I mean,
y'all think it's like a trend?
It's a trend. It is a trend.
Is Autotune a trend?
Yeah.
It's a trend. What
Yeah,
else is it?
it's a trend, but there's so many other trends in hip hop. You know what I mean? That we have like it's a trend. It was a trend at one point to repeat the hook. You know what I mean? Like look at like all the type of hooks that were like a milli. You know what I mean? That just repeated that a same sample. It was a trend to set up samples. You know what I mean?
You had all kinds of different music. At the end of the day, man, we gotta just make music for our fans and people that like us. Of course, Jay-Z has way more fans than us. But all his fans are pretty much older than our fans. Our fans are pretty much the younger market.
Well, I have a question for you guys. KRS-One recently stated that he thinks that artists are now watering down T-Pain's sound. Those were his exact words.
All right, how can he say that when Roger Troutman and the Gap Band and Earth, Wind and Fire and Teddy Riley was doing all of them was doing auto-tune before him? Like that don't make no sense. He didn't invent the auto-tune. That's like Christopher Columbus. He didn't discover America. The Indians was already there.
You can go buy the auto-tune at any store. So only one person can buy Jordans. They sell Jordans across the world. They sell you go to any store and buy auto-tune, man.
Okay, I got no idea on the line.
Hello,
Hi,
I just want to say, Reno, No ID is the actual producer of the track. Honestly, man, the message I got from it is not exactly what I'm hearing everybody talk about, honestly. I'm just being honest. Which is, I feel like he used a theme called Death for Autotune, but most of the stuff he was talking about wasn't Autotune. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, like, man, he really talked about a lot of stuff and just themed it Death for Autotune. And, man, it's kind of just turning into an argument that I don't really hear, fully in the record. Like, I just don't hear it like that, honestly. So I feel like he addressed fashion. I think he addressed hard versus soft. I think he addressed a lot of stuff, radio preferences, and, and then he just named it Death for Autotune. But he's talking about iTunes and all kind of stuff. So, that's just my opinion of it. Like, I ain't really take it the way a lot of everybody else kind of took it.
Mm-hmm. So why do you think the media stressing the auto-tune situation so much when, like you said, he addressed so many different, things in that song?
I mean, because, like, I take it back to like when Swiss was using the Triton a lot, like the Triton keyboard. It was like, you can't use that no more. It's just like certain things bring about a sentiment, and they kind of really get pushed to the forefront by the people that don't really have nothing to do with the argument. Like that, the public be talking about auto-tune like they really know what it is, and most people don't even really know the difference between a vocoder and an auto-tune or nothing. So I think, like, the press just grabs on the stuff that they could really say, and then it irritates people, and then they respond, and it just keeps going on and on. Like, I did this, but I also did Heartless, like, whatever,
Oh, so you don't discriminate, basically. You're not against artists using auto-tune to be creative.
I'm gonna give you my real feelings. It's like, if I wear something and then people that I don't like wear it, then I'm going to not like it. So I feel like that's just being like trying to be ahead of the curve. So when I did it, it was questionable to me, but I did it, and, music is music to me at the end of the day. It's like whatever, but like if I don't like a shirt next week, I don't like it. I might like it 2 years later and call it vintage, So, like, the whole argument be frivolous to me, but it's just like a moment of his thoughts, and it's like, man, I feel like people should either combat them thoughts, the way they want to or whatever, but, like, it's not like a bigger thing than that to me.
Question I have, though, about the song is, it seems that he does touch on a lot of things, but some of those things some people might say about Kanye West, so that's what kind of thing that kind of like confused me. Like some of those things he said, other people might apply to Kanye West. So what do you feel about that?
Man, well, real talk, I was there, like Jay was like, yo, man, what's up with this and this and this? And it's just like certain things, like was said, it could be viewed like that. But at the end of the day, like one thing Jay always stresses, like, say what you feel, and then you said what you feel. So then Jay was like, yo, this is how I feel. Should I not say it because it might be you? Because when you say this or that, or I say this or that, and it might aim at somebody else, should we just, like, keep editing our rap? Like, hip-hop is a contact sport to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, and certain things is going to appear, like, not right. And it's just the nature of the thing to me. Because the era I grew up in, like, even when I be hearing, like, everybody argue about the younger kids versus the older kids, like, I'm in my 30s, but when I was younger, like, the younger dudes from my era was Pac, Nas, Biggie. Them dudes was under 25, and they said some real stuff. I got a question, though. Can I ask a question?
Sure, please do. Yeah.
Like, and this just for anybody, because my real thing is, like, why is it that, like, younger music can't say nothing, and older music is the music that say something? Like fun dancing music is young. Like, I feel like it's just music. You know what I'm saying?
All right, can I ask you a question? Ain't no idea. You said when you was younger, the young rappers was like Pac and Nas and Biggie, right? And they had the real messages. Like they were kicking some real stuff. What about Method Man and Redman? They was out around that time. They wasn't kicking no. They was doing party music too. They wasn't saying much in their rhymes.
I agree, but I think the whole thing was like it was aggressive, and that's what I'm really saying. I feel like the record is about non-aggression. Like, you know, and that's my real overall point right there. Is that I feel like right now everybody acting like young music is Soulja Boy only. You know,
it's not.
Old music is lyrics.
You got artists out there from New York. I'm gonna talk on New York artists. Like you have your Manos, you got your Red Cafes, you got they more on a rapping side. Me and Browz pretty much make music for the people to dance to, and girl music. We don't get caught up in lyrics. We're not trying to be the best rappers in the world. We just try to make good music so we can feed our families, and this is what we enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least that's what I want to do. I think that's what Browz want to do too. I can't really speak for him, but we just want to make music for the people, for the clubs, for the people. We ain't trying to be the best rapper in the world. I know I'm not.
I like it. Like I don't. It's no different than Nice and Smooth was for me. That's one of my favorite groups.
Exactly.
So
Ron Browz, you still on the line? So I mean, do you agree with Webstar that you're just making music for the club for people to have a good time?
And then first of all, me is part of the new movement. You know what I mean? Everybody, New York needs to stick together. New York needs to stick together. Now we got, big records coming out of New York now. It's a problem, you know what I mean? The South making big records, and they all young guys coming.
Exactly.
And they all, every 2 minutes.
And they sticking together. The major artists are bringing out they bringing out the young artists. Like T.I.'s bringing out Young Dro and Young L.A. and Khaled's bringing out Ace Hood and Plies. And you got people in different markets and different regions of the country bringing out younger artists. Who's bringing out younger artists in New York? Nobody bring Browz out.